Hello everyone, today is a good one. So not too long ago we made a video on KimPossible and her absolutely abhorrent response video. Well, recently some new information has come out about KimPossible, including an original draft of her response and some even more leaked behind the scenes details about KP. All of it is absolutely hilarious and brought to us by Beckett over on seethe, so go check him out because he's great. So for this video we're going to go over everything and get up to date on all the KP lore, including her original response video, as well as leaked things about her. But before we get into that, make sure to subscribe so that I can feed my starving family. So somehow, Beckett got access to not just details about KP, but also her original script for her video, which he basically recreated. So for this video, we're going to combine them both into this video for your viewing pleasure. Well, with all of that out of the way, let's start with Beckett's video.
I just want to apologise for the tone that came with it. What I didn't realise is by talking about such serious topics and using jokes and memes, it would come off as insulting and immature.
In what world did you think this wouldn't be immature? Jokes about Sonic pissing on people shouldn't make it into a video on rape allegations. Yeah, that's incredibly immature.
A lot of people were criticising my interactions on Twitter leading up to the video coming out. But a lot of it was personal catharsis for me because this was such a hard project.
You know, I may have celebrated this video coming out in which I promote a flimsy rape allegation, but that's just because it was like super hard for me to work on this, guys. Like, you have no idea how long it takes to edit a video.
The real question no one really asked is, okay, but what was she trying to say? If you've never heard my side before, I'm here to make sure there's even a second side to hear.
So, just like her video she put out, this isn't an apology, but a second swing at Saber and DA Games. I think it would be way more important for her to address all the shit being thrown her way, but hey, what do I know? I'm not KP. My credibility is actually relatively good.
There is documented proof of problematic behaviour, including using slurs.
Why do people keep bringing this up every time they talk about DA Games? The lolly shit should be what we focus on. People don't really care if DA Games is saying slurs, especially since he did that all those years ago.
And instead of addressing it and apologising and giving a plan for how they'll never do it again, they just erase the evidence.
Hey, so I just want to say this. Because of how KP handled this whole thing, DA Games essentially will walk away from this whole thing scot-free. He will never address anything, no matter who makes a video or how many videos are made on him. DA Games has essentially escaped that entire drama, and the people accusing him cite KP as the main reason he's getting away with it.
I didn't come forward because I wanted attention. I came forward because kids were involved.
She got involved because children were being harmed, so naturally, she made a video that completely fucked this whole situation up and made sure not one single person would pursue DA Games going forward, because she attached shoddy Saberspark allegations to the end of it, which made the whole thing look like a circus, on top of the memes she already attached before. Think of the children indeed, KP. You know, you really knocked it out of the park.
If the roles were reversed, if a small creator ignored this kind of behaviour in someone else, they'd be complicit. So why is it controversial to speak up when I did?
Because you uploaded a complete shitty hit piece about a false rape allegation and then uploaded it with memes to completely fuck over any serious allegation you made. That's why it was controversial when you spoke up. That is like the sole reason. And you try to justify it. No, just go like, oh, that was fucked. I shouldn't have done that. Instead you're like, oh, well, I was just talking about like my segment, my trauma. Fuck you and your trauma. That doesn't matter in a video like this.
I'm just exhausted of people talking about me without me having a way to respond.
Damn, that was bad. My throat is kind of sore, guys. I don't really know what that was.
Others used to use the video for content without context. What do you mean turns into, how can I monetize this?
Isn't that what you're doing with a false rape allegation too? Everyone on YouTube is here to make money and monetize shit. I don't know why it's suddenly cringe for Cartoon Sheet or like me or fucking anyone to make money while we're making fun of you. That's what we're all doing. We're all making money.
Cartoon Sheep, person I've never met before this, didn't reach out to me, didn't quote any actual intentions, and didn't seem interested in checking his assumptions. He made a spectacle out of a story he wasn't a part of.
You don't have to be personally involved to say, hey, KP kinda sucks. That's just a beyond stupid argument.
And if your attention's really good and not monetizing YouTube drama for your own personal gain, Why don't you donate your monetized profits to charity?
Because the videos on you aren't profiting off of rape allegations. They're profiting off of you being a complete retard. Big difference.
Something else I noticed is a lot of people who talk about me only talk about their side of the story.
Holy fuck, I actually hate this person. KP, how the fuck are people supposed to give your side of the story? That makes no sense. Obviously, they would only be able to give theirs. What you're arguing makes zero sense. If you want your story to be told, make a fucking video about it. Don't bitch at other people. Even then, people never came to you for your side of the story. Motherfucker, I was in your DMs. I was asking you for an interview, and you ignored me. So don't bitch that people don't want your side of the story when people are actively trying.
There was how Mr. Enter treated me initially. He used the lettering tone in comments like, "This isn't My Little Pony, Rachel," to dismiss valid emotional testimony.
No, he's being funny in a video where he's actually allowed to be funny. That's what Mr. Enter did. And she goes on this point for a while when it really makes no sense at all.
He ignored the deeper, emotional truth about what was being said, and he dismissed it as drama.
Yeah, that's exactly what all of this is. This whole thing is drama. To say it's anything but that is retarded.
I know I'm intense. How I present myself in my YouTube videos when I'm a horse sometimes is not the same as how I present myself in real life, and how my thought process works.
Ah, so we're using the deaf noodle as argument, are we? I'm just a silly cat in a Minecraft house. You can't criticize me. It's my alternate persona. It's Slimmy Shade and I'm Eminem. That's the argument. That is literally the argument.
The goal was never to make Emily the center of this. It was to hold patterns accountable.
Yeah, guys. The goal was never to make the alleged victim the center of a video about allegations from the alleged victim. KP, you fucking suck ass at content. There's a little bit more of her whining, but that's essentially all of what would have been her response video. If you thought that was funny, stay tuned because it gets funnier. So as I said, Beckett managed to get a whole bunch of DMs from someone who is currently living with KP, and they paint her in an even worse light. So why don't we read some of these DMs? Here's a leak about KP having an infection. Do you know about KP's infection? Like a biological one, or is this a metaphorical infection? The one in her vagina. We've been pumping with antibiotics for the past 7 months because she refuses to take regular showers or wash her clothes. Yep, Mordecai is very needed here. So, like many before her, KP for some reason doesn't bathe. This is something a lot of cringe YouTubers do for some reason. I mean, shit, dog, I shower 2 to 3 times a day. I'm showering after recording this audio. How can she not shower once? Is it really that hard? Honestly, KP is reminding me of Birdie. And if you don't believe me, well, just listen to this next bit. She's a little princess. She thinks putting her spoon she used in the sink is an accomplishment. Then later said, "I did the dishes." I have to tuck her in bed and she accidentally gets so high she pissed on the couch. KP is now known as Couch Pisser. That is her new nickname. I'm no longer calling her KP. She is now Couch Pisser. This is disgusting. KP spends a lot of time getting high. She gets so high, she complains about not being able to feel her face. So if you ever wonder why she doesn't ever do anything, not a weed expert, thought the pissing was normal. She throws up a lot. I have a bucket. I gotta clean it every once in a while. Each time I see it, I can smell vomit in my mind. Her vomit is always brown because of the sheer quality of chocolate she eats in a given day. I deeply regret going to Taco Bell for dinner tonight. Not once was her vomit any other color. She eats chocolate daily. She told me she wanted to stay at my place for 2 weeks. We're coming up on a year. In a year's time, she has cooked 2 dishes the entire time, and only one each. One was some cookies, and the other was some pizza rolls. She also won't eat my food unless I make it Disney-themed. Say it Lady and the Tramp style. So if you're ever feeling useless, just remember, someone like this exists. And remember that KP is 30, by the way. Not a teen, she's not in her 20s, she's 30 years old. And all she does is get high, piss on her couch, and eat chocolate. 30 years old, and she has to be tucked in bed like an 8-year-old child. Yeah, so if I was a couch pisser, I'd quit the internet. This is too embarrassing to ever come back from. And honestly, it would save her a lot of embarrassment if she just left. And that's not even the end of it. As of the time of me writing this, even more is coming out that I can't include in this video. So if this video does well enough, I'll make a part 2 covering the even newer stuff on KP. But for now, that's everything. Anyway, I don't know, join the Discord, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe, I guess it'd be pretty cool. Anyway, I don't know, later.